afternoon, and wakey out there. Good afternoon, guys. As promised, I do have Ebony Holmes here with me. She has now just been released from the hospital. Um, right now, she's at home resting. And she was prescribed medication. For those who do not know about this story about last night. What happened to Ebony Holmes last night when she came to Norfolk, Virginia to visit our beautiful city with her friends. Um, Guys, before we go any further, I want to make sure we get some shout outs to some certain people. Ebony Holmes, we want to make sure in your video that you hashtag Norfolk Police Department. We want you to hashtag Norfolk Cop Watch. We want you to hashtag Cop Watch. We want you to at Norfolk Mayor Kenneth Alexandra. We want you to at Norfolk Police Department. And we would like for you to at Norfolk City Manager to make sure your video lands on the proper people desk inside of the facility that's in charge of the officers that allegedly assaulted you on last night. Good afternoon, Ebony, and good morning. And how are you feeling on this afternoon?
Hey, how y'all? I want to say I'm okay, but I know inside it I'm not. Everybody know it's not okay. You know, I'm I'm still processing. So it's like I'm going through several different emotions at a time, and just like
You confused?
Yeah.
Ebony, can we I hate to take you, and I hate for you to have to go back through what happened to you last night. Can you take us back to last night? Can you tell us exactly around what time was it last night when you were stopped by Norfolk police officers?
About I say 1:30, 2 a.m. No, the following night of the 4th. So I was in my car. I was coming. I guess I was going to a party near the ocean front of Norfolk area, and I was trying to get there at a certain. The only reason I was really speeding because it was free before 1:30. I was trying to get there so we wouldn't have to pay. And I guess he clocked me going. I want to say it was I was going 65, 75, and 35. So it was reckless driving. I was wrong. I take responsibility for that. He stopped me. He came to the car. It's like instantly when I get stopped by an officer, I could tell whether he has an attitude or not. So I know how to deal with them. You know.
Right.
He I could tell he had an attitude. He asked me who was the driver. Told him who the driver was of the car. It was me. He asked for license registrations. Why was I driving so fast and all of this, and where was I going? Like I said. And in the midst of all of that, I have my friends that was in the back seat. They're kind of mouthy, you know, because they mad. I guess he pulled me over.
Right.
And it was at a time where my passenger seat friend told them to be quiet, like, y'all chill out. I told them chill out. Even the officer, he stated to them, if y'all don't shut up, she's going to get arrested because y'all basically won't shut up. And that's how everything escalated for real.
Can I stop you there?
From them in the back seat.
Can I stop you there?
Yeah.
Who was the ones that there was everybody? You were asking them to be quiet. Your passenger and the police officer was asking the people. Who was the people that was asking to be quiet?
It was my two of my friends that live out here, 2 females, 2 girls. They had I had actually waited to come out the party that we came from. We didn't come out. They had been drinking. I haven't. I was sober the whole night. They had been drinking, so I guess the liquor being in them, I guess they mildly not really know what's going on. Like, to chill out, you know.
So did you tell me that the officer said if the people in the back seat do not be quiet, he's going to arrest you and not them?
Right, basically. Yep, that's exactly what he said. He said, y'all doing this is basically causing him to be mean to me, you know. That's how I thought, like, what they was doing was reflecting off of me from him. Since they made him mad, he was gonna do what he had to do to make me mad or whatever since I was a driver. Basically took it out on me.
Wow. So the friends in the back seat being rowdy, talking junk. You in the front seat, calm. You begging and pleading with your friends to calm down, and also the passenger, because the officer alleged that he's going to arrest you for their behavior. Can you take it from there?
Okay, so after that, several other squad cars pulled up. Um, I know I heard somebody saying, but before that, I guess I was doing something on my phone where he wasn't speaking to me directly, so I'm just quiet, like, so out of nowhere, I hear him say, "Do you got an attitude or you got a problem with me?" So I'm like, I'm not thinking he was talking. Look, I'm like, sir, I'm not even saying, like, I'm physically quiet, nothing. I said, sir, that them words is coming from the back. Like, you've been hearing is like, it's like he wanted me to react, you know? He wanted me to
Right.
react. And from a previous situation I've been in, I learned my lesson to not react, not just to shut up, just just let them do their job.
Right.
So I know to be quiet. I know to not talk back. I know to not be mean. I know not to be disrespectful. I wasn't even raised like that. I was man.
So let me take you there. It's around 1:30 in the morning. Y'all trying to go to a party. Your friends in the back seat been drinking. You are completely sober. You never received a DUI or anything, correct?
No, ma'am, never.
Okay. So the officer asked you for your license and your registration. Did you present those items to him?
Yes, I have license. I have my wrist. I have car insurance. All that. I was good.
Did you give it to the officer?
Yes, ma'am.
For why was you asked to step up? What did after you gave your information to the officer? What was the next thing he said to you?
Cops had ordered him to take everybody out the car. They had already got my passenger person out. They already took him out the car because he had a weapon on him, but his weapon is registered. He had a permit, so he was okay. They already took him out the car. So at this time, I heard him say that. Keep in mind, this is him on my side. That this is everything else I'm seeing. So I'm putting down my phone, putting down my vape because I didn't heard what he said. But it's just I was getting so frustrated with them back there. So I'm like, hey, y'all, like chill out, like just when we got the car, chill out. You feel me? So out of frustration, like I kind of like opened my door with a little force to it, not knowing that this man is still standing directly in front of the door as if he's leaning in talking to me, you know. So, but I didn't even. It's like a nudge. It wasn't even a big bump enough to move him to make him fall. None of that. So before I could actually tell him, my bad, see you was there, it's a mistake. No, I'm sorry. He had swung my door open to where it was like it sounded like my door was about to break off. And I see him form his fist, you know, and that's when he hit me, you feel me? And like after the hit, like I instantly felt blood in my mouth, you feel me? And by this time he had his arm on my jaw and my neck. And as you can see in the video, he was bending it, like pushing my neck down, fussing, cussing at me, talking about something. Get out the fucking car. Da da da. Man, how can I get out of the car if you did it? So tell me, bro. Bro. So after that, he got up off me a little bit. They was yanking on my legs and stuff. My leg got caught in the car. Then the other cop grabbed me. He grabbed my other leg. They just put me like you pulling something out. They just put me with no regard that my head, my body, nothing. So my head smacked my head smacked the door, and I went into the ground. Boom. So I kind of rolled over to my side, and out of nowhere, I feel a punch to the back of my head, which causes this side of my head where I got the scratches and some of my hair is gone and bruising it smacks the ground like a basketball. Like, and at that point, I just curl up because I don't feel nobody pulling on my arms at that moment of time to put cuffs on. I'm just curling up, yelling like, "Why y'all hitting me? Why y'all hitting me?" You feel me? So after I said that, I hear my friends outside the car telling me what they over there doing to her and all that. Then this man, he pulling on my arm, yanking my arm on the side, like, you telling me to give you my arm, and I can't because I got all this pressure on this arm on the ground. And as I'm telling him that, he just pulling on my arm, just pulling my right shoulder, just pulling. And I already have issues where I got nerve damage, where I get cortisone shots in my right shoulder, you know. And yeah, it's just, they picked me up, took me to the car. They let the woman search me. They put me in the back. They just told me I was going to the jail. Not until when I got to the jail,
Let me stop you
what the
there.
charges were.
Can I stop you there before we go forward? Allow me to stop you there. So your passenger is already out the car. Okay. So the police had already ordered the passenger out the car because the passenger had a license permitted gun. Then the girls in the back seat still doing what they want to do. They still rowdy because you picked them up from a previous party they was at, and they're in the back seat. You heard the officer say, "I want all of them out the car." So you turn around and telling them, everything going on. You got the officer saying they want everybody out the car. Your passenger already out the car. Then they want everybody out the car, and your passengers in the back seat going crazy. So you turn around and telling them, y'all chill out. At the same time, you trying to open the car door to get out the car because you said they want all the people out the car. Not knowing that the officer was standing right there, so your door slightly taps him, but you trying to get out the car as ordered. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, as ordered. So once you turn around, you open the door, and you notice that your door kind of tapped him. The officer opened the door wide open, and for no reason lunges and punch you directly in the face as if you try to cause him some type of bodily harm. Then they snatch you out the car, put you on the ground, and while you on the ground, another officer allegedly come from behind while you already on the ground, punch you in the back of your head, behind your ear, in the pressure point, which got a vein that go to your brains, and punch you behind your ear, which causes your head to clap the ground. You see it like a basketball. As they doing that, you got officer pulling on your arms and your legs and things like that, and you have not yet became forceful with them. Correct or incorrect?
Correct.
I heard on the video, once they get you off the ground, at first I heard your friend say, "Why are they hitting her? Her hands is up. Why did he punch her in the face?" Then I heard on the video, you said, "Stop." I heard you holler, "Oh!" That's the second butt blow to your head. And when you get up, you say, "Call my mama. Someone please call my mama." Can you recall that?
Yeah.
They arrested you after they bullied you, pulled your arms and everything and your legs, put you in the back of the police car. Now we get downtown to the magistrate office. Tell me what happened once we got down to the magistrate office.
We went in town. He introduced himself, told me everything, how I was about to go. He told me he was gonna let the cops speak first. So the man that they call him Taco. That's what my friend said that they was calling, because his name is nowhere on my paperwork, which is odd to me. He said he was just telling him everything that happened. And then the magistrate was like, "Can you explain how she has assaulted a police officer?"
Can you tell me before you go further?
He said the issue with the door. And
excuse me. Can you tell us first what charges this police officer attempted to put on you?
Reckless driving and assault on a police officer.
He tried to charge you for reckless driving, assault on a police officer. So the magistrate asked the officer to explain to him what do he mean by you assaulting him, and what did he tell the magistrate?
He told him I hit him with the door out of me trying to hurt him. He said I forcibly hit him trying to hurt him, so I gave him attitude. And after he said that, the magistrate it's like he looked at him funny, like, He said, "Can you explain it differently? Like I need more detail." And the officer could not. He gibberish like. It. So when it was my time to speak, I explained the situation with the door like I just explained to you. He marked it right on now. He said, "I'm gonna charge you with assault police officer because I feel like you wasn't trying to harm him in no way." So they gave me obstruction of justice with no fight and no threat because I wasn't trying to do nothing. I wasn't threatening. I wasn't fighting, and reckless driving, and a 3,000 bond to where I could leave freely but have to be at court on the 14th.
Wow.
And I can't leave Texas.
So right now, this young lady, Ebony Holmes, came to Norfolk, Virginia to go to a party. She did everything according to the law that she's supposed to have been doing. She was not drinking. She was a total she was a total designated driver for people that has been drinking in the vehicle. She remained sober so that they can all go out and have a good time and make it home safely. She admits, I was in a rush to get to the party. It was kind of late. I was speeding. I own that. We can see that she had been honest with us. She said that she was stopped around 1:30 a.m. by Norfolk police and several other cars came onto the scene. She wasn't too worried about it because she knew she wasn't drinking. She had her license, she had a registration, and her car was insured. She had a passenger in the car that had a gun. And that passenger that had a gun, he had a license and a permit to carry his gun. And he informed the police officers that he had a gun on him. She admits that in the back seat, two of her friends was a little disorderly when it came to the mouth because they had been drinking at a previous party. What she's confused about is why did the police officers escalate this traffic accident into more than what it was? We are demanding that the city of Norfolk Police Chief Boone pull the body camera tapes on the officers that was on the scene last night. We are demanding that Norfolk City Mayor Kenneth Alexander take this issue very serious and look into it and do his job as the mayor of Norfolk, Virginia. We're asking that the city manager also step in and pull the body camera and the footage of this incident that happened here in Norfolk, Virginia. We ask the residents and the citizens of Norfolk, Virginia are demanding answers, and we want to see the video footage of what happened here in Norfolk, Virginia, to one of our youth that came to visit our community. We want to know, why would the police officer go into the magistrate office and sworn into a statement that this young lady did a felony against him and try to give her assault against a police officer, which allegedly we think the magistrate at Norfolk City jail that she did not fall for that bogus charge that he was about to ruin this young lady's life. This is what we're talking about here in Norfolk, Virginia. Chumped up charges on young Black people. If the city of Norfolk magistrate had allowed that officer who bullied allegedly, beat allegedly this victim and put chumped up charges on her allegedly, this young lady would not be able to sit here today and speak with us. With a felony charge, assault on a police officer, he would have ruined her whole life. She would not be able to work for the city of Norfolk. She would not be able to join the United States military. She would not be able to get a state job. She would be still incarcerated and not out on bond. Her life will be ruined. She could have been facing 10 to 20 years inside of jail for that bogus charge. After she was released, and we once again thank Norfolk Magistrate for giving her a no bond, where she didn't have to pay no money to be released. After she was released, she had to get admitted into the hospital due to the bruises and the little small scrapes and stuff they had on her head and the constant pressure they put on her arm. We're demanding that this right here stop. Not again, not here in Norfolk. We're not going to start our police officers beating on our citizens and getting away with it. We don't want to be the next Elizabeth City making the news. But if the city of Norfolk Police Department, if the city of Norfolk Mayor, if the city of Norfolk Chief of Police, and the city of Norfolk Manager Step up to the game and rightfully discipline this officer. We will set standards to other officers that this type of behavior would not be tolerated in Hampton Roads. Tell us a little bit about your depression and what it's put you at mentally and physically.
Um, After the situation, beforehand, I struggled with anxiety, depression, bipolar. I take medicine, all that. I've been struggling for 10 plus years now. I actually had an issue that I tried to take my life because man, I struggle with it. And now after this, I just feel like it's putting me back in a dark place. And I don't feel safe for real. When I go outside, like I just feel safe at home. It's like I'm watching over my shoulder. It's stuff that I don't normally do. I'm doing, and it's kind of scary because I don't want to go through the rest of my life worrying about if somebody gonna mess with me. Like I don't even want nobody to touch me now. That's how bad it is. Like I can't. Like I'm scared. I'm scared to go to work tonight because I don't know if I can do it.
Do you already have a therapist or a counselor?
Yes, ma'am. I have a
I
counselor.
do suggest that you contact your counselor or your therapist because you're gonna need somebody to walk you through this because it's traumatizing to you, as we can see. What if you had the opportunity to say something to the police officer that beat you last night? What would you say to them right now?
I would ask him. I would ask him. Do you feel like that was actually necessary? Do you feel like I was gonna hurt you? I would ask questions like, what made you feel like I was gonna hurt you? I'm not violent. I'm not mean on purpose. I don't do nothing on purpose, like to hurt anybody. And originally, I just wanted him to say I'm sorry, but that's not gonna. That's nah. I'm sorry.
Let me ask you this.
I just need more of that.
Can can you tell the police officers, because it was two that attacked you last night, can you tell them what they did to you physically and can you tell them what they did to you mentally as a woman?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes, I can, and it bothers me because I never got to see who the other officer was. I never got the chance to have the time to look at badges, ask for badge numbers, get names, know the faces, none of that. Never had. I never got the time to do this. Like this situation, within 3 minutes, 5 minutes of me being pulled over, I was on the ground.
Tell them how they made you feel.
It made doing as I'm getting on the ground, I'm just thinking like I'm just thinking back to everything how well I just felt so defenseless. I couldn't do nothing that happened. At the end of the day, I knew if tried, I tried to defend myself, I probably get going to jail. I'm still sitting hurt, crying.
Where do we go from here, sweetheart? Ebony, where do we go from here?
They, they,
This right here should be an example why the police officers need to stop doing what they doing. We human too. We have feelings just like you have feelings. What if this was your daughter and someone, a grown man, beat your daughter? You could tell from this young lady demeanor, she is a sweet person inside and out. You could tell she's not aggressive. She owned her mistakes. She admitted to speeding. She admitted to her friends being raunchy in the back. This lady is telling the truth about what happened to her. Why did y'all feel the need to beat her? Like she said, within 3 to 5 minutes, she was on the ground. According to the law, if it was a traffic stop, she did not need to pull. Sorry. According to the law, it was a traffic stop. It was no reason to pull her out her vehicle if she had her license, her registration, and also her car insurance. We don't really know how fast the baby was going. She only know what y'all told her. And if you chunked up charges on her to make her get a felony, but it didn't stick because the magistrate, you could have chunked the charges and upped up her speed limit to make her speed limit become a reckless. I really don't believe you deserve a reckless driving. I can't trust nothing he put on paperwork. If he can lie on you about assaulting him with a felon and try to do bodily harm, then I know he lied on how fast you really was going in that vehicle. Did anybody ever read you your rights once you was placed in custody? We lost Ebony, guys. We lost Ebony. Our heart and our condolences is going out to Ebony. Ebony, we love you. We are proud of you that you're speaking up. We're proud that you are able to speak with us and share with us what's going on and what happened. We got a lot of people in the comments that's out here supporting you. We got a couple of things we do want you to do, and that's get in contact with your psychiatrist or your counselor, because you're going to need to talk to someone. We don't want you to feel like you was responsible for what happened to you last night. It was not your fault. You did everything you're supposed to do. And your friends that was in the back seat of your vehicle, they owe you an apology too. And if your friends cannot handle their alcohol, please don't pick them up and take them nowhere else. Y'all really be careful about the people you want to surround yourselves around, and make sure you warn your kids. If their friends is out of control, don't bring them with them. I said, Ebony coming back in, guys. Welcome back, Ebony, and thank you for coming back. Ebony, is there anything else you'd like to say before we go? Ebony, can you hear me? Guys, Ebony gonna have a long road ahead
Out
of
to
her.
me, just show concern.
Huh?
I said I just want to thank everybody for just reaching out, just stay concerned, and I'm gonna be alright in the end. Everything good right now, but I know I'll be alright in the end.
Guys, if anybody want to support Ebony emotionally, financially, Ebony Cash App is $EBKIDDY. Once again, Ebony Cash App. We don't know. Maybe it's just $1. Anything to keep her uplifted will make her feel better. Her Cash App is EBKIDDY. EB Kitty is Ebony on Cash App, guys. If you want to sew into her, she got a long road ahead of her and medical bills, and also she gonna be needing to seek a lawyer. Like I told you, Ebony, I do have a lawyer that's willing to speak with you free about your case. They want to give you a free counseling about your case. And y'all can take it from there. And I will inbox you the lawyer name after I get off this phone. But they are willing to give you a free consultation and advise you of some things that you might need to do for yourself going forward with this case. And also, some things you might not want to do going forward with this case. We're praying that Norfolk, Virginia do the right thing and release the body footage here in Norfolk, Virginia, so that we can see what really happened to you and why he chose to do the things he did to you. I thought on the video it looked like an officer had jumped through the window. Did an officer jump through the window,
No,
or
that
was
was
he reaching?
him. That was him. After he opened my door, that's what he did.
So when after he opened your door, he reached through the car and punched you, or was you sitting right there?
After he reached, oh, after he, I was waving my hand like, no, 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 no. He was like yanking on my leg, but my leg was caught up on the thing. And then he just flew in. He flew in on me.
Wow.
The punch.
Have you ever been beat by a man before?
No.
Wow. So you'll never forget the day you got beat by a man, which was a man that's supposed to protect and serve you. I'm Rhoda Young Live. And it's a sad day here in Norfolk, Virginia, where we have police officers that's supposed to protect and serve. Instead, they're beating women up here in Norfolk, Virginia. Guys, this is going to be a big continued story, and we're going to follow up with you. Ebony, what date is your court date?
The 14th of July.
And they'll just be for arrangement. On that day, you'll just be going there to plead guilty or not guilty. And make sure you plead not guilty.
Yes, ma'am.
And I'm going to text you as soon as I hang this phone up with the lawyer that's going to give you a free consultation. And make sure you call her right away.
Yes, ma'am. Thank
I
you.
love you. And you take care of yourself. Once again, guys, y'all want to support Ebony. It's $ EBKIDDY. And she's reporting live straight out of Emporium, Virginia. I'm Rhoda Young. It's a sad day here in Norfolk, Virginia. Our prayers are going out to you. And do not let this thing break you down. You keep your head up, okay? What make you weak will also make you strong. And you did nothing wrong. So don't beat yourself, okay? I love you. And you got my phone number. If you need someone to talk to, call me anytime. Bye-bye.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
You'll be okay?
Love you.
I love you too.